If you grew up in a family in which you were expected to be heir to a multi-billion-dollar company, you probably wouldn't question the product being sold, let alone turn against it. Especially if that product was delicious ice cream. Because come on, it's ice cream. But that's exactly what John Robbins did. See, Robbins is the son of Irv Robbins, co-founder of the Baskin-Robbins ice cream dynasty. And as a young man, Robbins discovered the effects dairy has on the human body and decided to opt for a plant-based diet instead. Ever since then, he's promoted a sustainable living philosophy and has taken on corporate food giants from the dairy industry to Coca-Cola. He's also the author of several books on nutrition and the sustainable food movement, including No Happy Cows, Dispatches from the Front Lines of the Food Revolution. Well, earlier I spoke to Robbins and I began by asking him why he chose to reject his father's ice cream empire.
Well, my dad died 5 years ago, but many years before that, when I was in my early 20s, I decided I didn't want to do that with my life. My uncle, Bert Baskin, my dad's partner and brother-in-law, died of a heart attack in his early 50s. He was a very big man. He ate a lot of ice cream. And I asked my dad when that happened, do you think there could be a connection? And my father said, no. His ticker just got tired and stopped working. And I saw my dad couldn't consider the possibility there could be a connection between ice cream and heart disease, because by that time he had sold more ice cream and made more ice cream than any human being who'd ever lived on the planet. He didn't want to think about it that way, but I did. And I didn't want to sell a product that was harming anybody or undermining anybody's health. So I walked away from Baskin-Robbins and the money it represented to live a life dedicated, really, and committed to helping people live healthier lives.
John, you've repeatedly taken on the National Dairy Council here in America. We grow up thinking that cow milk does a human body good. Can you debunk some of the supposed benefits of milk consumption?
Yes, happily so, because, yeah, they do propagate that belief, and that we all need the calcium from cow's milk to have strong bones. And, you know, milk is species specific. The nutrient profile, the fatty acid profile, the protein levels and types of proteins that are found in each type of milk, cow's milk or rat milk or human milk, are very different. Cow's milk is designed to take a 90-pound calf and grow it to about 450 pounds in 1 year. And if you look at the mirror and you see an herbivore with a tail and 4 hoofs and you want to gain about 400 pounds in a year, cow's milk is maybe the way you want to go. But really, you know, not even adult cows drink cow's milk. How did we start consuming cow's milk as adults? It's anathema to me, and it doesn't fit with our metabolism and our body. We don't need the calcium from it. All the studies show, despite the propaganda from the industry, that the people who drink the most milk and eat the most cheese and ice cream and yogurt and so forth have the highest rates of osteoporosis, the highest rates of hip fractures. We don't do well with the calcium that's in milk because there's other things in milk that deplete the calcium stores in the body. We can absorb the calcium from foods like broccoli and kale and cabbage far greater. Much higher percentage of it is actually absorbed in the body, and it doesn't come with other substances that counteract that calcium. So you want to have strong bones, actually, oddly and counterintuitively, don't drink milk and don't eat cheese, eat greens.
And what about digestion? What about how many people are intolerant to lactose? I mean, talk about just how the human body can't really digest the milk.
Well, different people, different descent, different ethnic origins have different degrees of lactose intolerance. It's very, very high in people of African descent, people of Asian descent. It's over 90% are lactose intolerant. People of Italian descent, very, very high levels of lactose intolerant. Really, the only people in the world that have low levels of lactose intolerance are Caucasian descent. And we've been told that we all should drink lots of milk when, ironically, most of us can't even actually digest the protein in it. That's what actually is the problem.
Fascinating. Very, very fascinating. Why, John? I mean, you're asking how did we begin doing this? I don't know, but why does it continue to be propagated so much in our society, where milk is literally taught as an essential dietary supplement, not even to mention the whole Got Milk ad campaign here? I mean, is the industry really that strong?
It's that profitable. And they have had the backing of the U.S. government, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, for decades and decades. So the USDA is actually mandated to promote the sale of U.S. dairy products. It's another one of its mandates, contradictorily to it, is to oversee the nutritional education in the country. So the USDA is responsible for what gets taught in schools, and it's also trying to promote the sale of dairy products. It's a conflict of interest built into the mandates of the USDA. It's insane, really, and it's led to people being taught in schools, and certainly barraged by ads that reinforce this. That milk does a body good, that we all need milk, that milk is nature's most perfect food, which it is for baby calves, but it's not for human beings.